Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is just a normal process video for, I guess, December scrap lifted, December documented December. I don't know what this is at this point, but there's my layout. So what I am going to be working with today is I am using the Scrap Squad. I am a part of the group and they do like scrap lifts. So right now, like as I'm doing this voiceover, is the beginning of December, even though that this is going on at the end of December, they do like 12 days of something and then they do little scrap lifts throughout the week or throughout the months until they do their next one. So right now I'm working on the 12 days of Christmas or 12 days of winter, but this one was before they got released because most of my layouts I have done for the month of December was done in November. So here I am doing the same technique that I did in the beginning of the month with one of my other layouts. I am frosting the back of this layout, this pattern paper. So I just take, Vicky Bouton's acrylic white paint, and then I give it water, and then we just kind of go through it, and I make it have some splatters. I just tone it down a little bit because once I start to do that, you'll see all the pattern papers I bring out for this layout. So while this is drawing, I am using my Cuttlebug to cut these frames out because I am going to be then putting my photos of Christmas Eve on the back of these, and they're going to be like my frames. So you'll see me just do it with 3 different ones. So I just got them out. I could not tell you where I got these die cuts. Have no idea. They're in my stash, and at this point, I just use them when I need to. But I'm just going through and I had to find like a different size for this particular one because it is the footprints of Santa Claus. Every year since I can remember, Santa Claus has always came in my house and had to drop snow everywhere from the place that he comes down the chimney to wherever the Christmas tree is. So this particular year, I decided, oh no, Santa Claus ain't gonna drop no snow because our Christmas tree is up in our second floor in our second area of like our living space. I guess it's actually my husband's man cave as I'm putting up quotes, but there is a couple of windows that you could put the tree by and leave it, and then when it is glycerine at night, you turn it off and it looks pretty from the window. However, Santa Claus still left, as you can see, footprints. Oh, I was so irritated Christmas morning when I woke up. So I had to clean those up. But every year he does leave his footprints to show that he has been at the house and that he has dropped off either coal or gifts for my daughter. And this year is 2012, so this was our first year being in the house. And yeah, so it was exciting to put the tree up there, but I have decided that because I have a flocked tree, it is easier to leave it on the hardwood. So now the scrap lift that I am doing is one of Vicky Bouton's design team members' layout was the one that was scrap lifted. So she did 3 strips of, I think I did 2.5. No, I think I did 3 by, it was like 3 by something. And yes, I know that she has a bunch of flowers in this, but since it's a Christmas layout, I am using, obviously, the Scrap Runes Flavors of the Month. So right now with this one is December 2024 Christmas, or Cartabella's A Vintage Christmas. That one was a non-DT, so all I got was the Flavors of the Month and embellishments kit, and it's just the leftovers of whatever is that kit. Then I decided to put December 2025 Cartabella's together, and that one is Christmas Village. And now that one was a DT kit, so I had everything. So that was Flavors of the Month, embellishment kit, and then the paper, the pattern paper add-on. So I am using a technique here that, yes, I know that this is a quilter's little thing, but I got this free as one of my gifts in the scrapbook cards today. It was one of the gifts that I got. And so I use it to like put my like papers and stuff on there to like line them up. So what you'll see here is that I'm using these papers and then I'm bringing more papers in to like line these up, and then you'll see how I cover. So at this moment, you're like, or it's looking like I'm going to have a gap. But I promise you that by the time I get to putting this up and running to go, you won't even notice that I got a gap. Because I decided to, let's just add more paper, because more is more, right? Or more is less. So as I was finishing that, the last thing that was in the kit that I put in there was the other leftovers of December 2025's kit of photo plays, Flavors of the Month as well. And that one had like just little bits and bobs of paper. You can see that I used some of it here. And then the sticker, the 12 by 12 sticker. I didn't have anything else left because that had 2 layouts itself. So this collection, since I added more Flavors of the Month to it, it actually got me through all of my layouts, because this is layout number 7 that I did over Thanksgiving break. And it is, I did this on the 30th of November. So that was Sunday. So from the 22nd of, well, actually the 23rd of November through the 30th of November, I was able to get 2 design team layouts done, plus 8. Yes, 7.5, because there's one other layout that I didn't quite get completely done. But I finished it up on Monday, just to say. So it's like 7.5 layouts that I got done while I was on leave. And man, did it feel good to get all that done. It was a lot of fun just scrapbooking with Bree. We decided to hold each other accountable, and we text each other and be like, what you doing? Are you ready to scrap? Are you ready to do this? And that's what we did. And we knocked out quite a bit. She did quite a bit over the break, and so did I. So here I am. As you can tell, I added a piece of paper to hide that section that was like missing, or like that gap, because I wanted to add this tree, because it's like trees out in the world that you would get like if you were getting a real tree. I cannot have real trees because I am allergic to them, unfortunately, so I always have to have artificial, but it works out for our family. So now I'm just going to do a bunch of embellishing, like a ton of it. I'm just going through, doing all of it, just going up and making sure that everything looks good, going through, making sure that all of it is good and golden, and then we round it out with Mercy Tierra's Joy Sequence Mix, because it matches the color tones really well in this. When this goes up, I will be gone doing a family trip, and we will be coming back I think the day after this goes up. Yeah, I think it's the day after. And we will be gone, and that'll be fun to do because that's like during my holiday break, and my husband Josh can get days off a little bit easier during that time, because the installation that we have been attached to, I don't know, for years, that it feels like, they have what they call holiday exodus, where the soldiers go home, because we are an AIT based, and the soldiers go home for 2 weeks. So they literally go home like the week that I get out of school, and then they don't come back until we go back to school. So they are gone. Well, then it's easier for us to get vacation done, because if they're on leave, then everybody else is going on leave. And a lot of times what happens is they will go and do half days or half days every other day. So you may be on day shift or the afternoon shift every other day. And it works out well because, they don't have to take leave and it just covers, it just works. So for him being what he does, it's easy for him to take some leave. So we decided to head out and then come back. So I'm just finishing up. I'm just kind of giving my paper some little bit of embellishments, trying to just set some little things out. I know that her title is more out to the side, and I actually like how I put Merry Christmas and Santa Claus where I did that, because this is like after Santa Claus has left, the picture was taken. And it's to show the evidence that, yes, Santa Claus came and left you presents and not coal. So I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season. I know that this year it's coming to an end. It's so crazy to think that it's already coming, but it is. I get, it went by way too fast, for sure. And it's looking like now I'm on my sequence mix. So I'm going to pop in some music. The still shots are coming up. I hope that you guys all still have a lovely holiday season. I hope that you guys all stay safe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.